Blood Network, home, or where you can be taught the technology your mind and body. With that being said, right, this is your host, General Y God signing on. And with that being said, we back with another one. So let's pay attention to something real quick, right? Let the people come in here like very high tech like. You ain't trying to impress her? Well, baby, look at my walk down. Let the people come on in. Here. The people gonna come on in, people. It's all good. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The notifications gonna hit them. He right there. Oh, snaps. Come on, we got another one to talk about. Right? Oh, snaps. You done seen the bed and everything, didn't you? I know I got the plate over there. I gotta straighten this bed out real quick, you know what I'm saying? I got clothes all over the bed, papers all over the bed. Shh. I gotta clean that up. Anyways, right? I wanted people to become aware of something that's playing in front of us, right? Now, 2020 and the solar eclipse happened around 2020, right? Now, ever since 2020, for me, I don't know about for others, but for me, I've been noticing that there's a ramp up within solar eclipse. You know what I'm saying? Things is, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is that has anyone noticed that solar eclipses have been appearing, right? It has been more solar eclipses that's been happening since 2020. Anybody realize that yet? You do know, right? In this world right here, a lot of people really didn't sign up to be a soul. So, right? I'm gonna share some information with you. Let's see what happens. Show you something. Anyone can tell that something going on though. Just gotta understand what's going on. Anyways, we about to get into this real quick. If you didn't come here for education, please go over there towards the Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon. Even though it's really nigga loaded in. Okay? You can go watch you some SpongeBob or some shit like that. This ain't the station for it. Okay? If you literally make your conscious into something that's stupid, this is not the broadcasting for you. Okay? Alright. Get the fuck away from us. Thank you. Fucking motherfuckers. You know you're not intelligent beings. Get the fuck off. You know that. You know that, don't you? You know that. Human beings know what they had did. It ain't no such thing as we brainwash. We don't know what's going on. Come on, stop with all that shit. Y'all signed up for an Antichrist world. Let's get into the Antichrist ways right here, baby. All human programs, right? Don't y'all support the solar eclipse? Slow down. Don't y'all support the solar eclipse? Now, let me show you this right here. They just told on themselves. You see how they bypassing the question? And they loading up information and data that's outside the subject? Do you know what that means? Everything that bro telling you is the truth, okay? Don't pay attention to the comment section too much, okay? The AI is like, I just want some attention from you. They're not going to get that. Okay? Now I'm gonna show you something. Them is AIs, them is machines, minds that have pre-made conversations already in them. And then they just load it up. Okay? When you come into a live and you want to know if someone is alive, they will begin the conversation with you or based on what the conversation that you started. They're not going to load up a conversation that you're not talking about. Those are AIs. Understand that? All AIs have conversations within their head that they just like, let me just load this up to you. Like, that's an AI setting. That's not a real being, okay? All right, have a nice one. Let's get into this, or whatever the case may be, right? Now, I wanted to talk about the solar eclipse thing. I've been talking about this for a minute. I'll speak about it, then I'll back off on it, and then I'll speak about it again and come back. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people didn't realize that around 2020, a lot of solar eclipses have been going on, right? How can I say this in simple terms? Solar eclipses to me, and based on what I'm viewing, what I started to realize around 2020, when the last solar eclipse that I got to view, was that I noticed that there were a lot of people outside, right? And a lot of people had on like different shades. One eye would be blue, the other eye would be red, something like that, right? And what I noticed is that a lot of people was outside for the solar eclipse. Like, it's as if like it was a celebration. Like things didn't appear the way they actually appeared. It was like I never seen so many people outside for the sun. I never seen this before. Like most people, when you notice that the sun is out, even during some called summer months, right? You notice that most people, depending on what state you're in, most people are programmed to go to their jobs and leave. Most people is not programmed to just say, like, yo, let's just go outside. Yeah, just sit in front of the sun and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're not programmed to do that. But they are programmed to come out, right, on every solar eclipse. To me, that's a little bit odd. Because you never come out for the sun at all. But you come out this one day and you watch what's going on. But no one never watches the sun. So why would you watch your solar eclipse? You never watch the sun at all. I know that. So why would you support a solar eclipse? Why would you do that? See, we all not lost in this land. We all chose a certain side already. Understand? And so what you have to understand is that when it comes towards a solar eclipse, anyone can see that this is some demonic shit. Yeah, because on the simple fact, the way how I'm viewing it is you're putting something in front of the sun in order to block soul from the earth. That's what you're doing. So let's just pay attention. Let's just say the sun, right, sends information and data to the earth, right? Are human beings trying to figure out ways in order to stop the projection of what the sun is actually projecting from the sun now to the earth? It all makes sense. Yes, you all are for lower intelligence. You're not from higher intelligence. When it comes down to humans as a whole, you operate within controlment. So let's just pay attention here. Right. When it comes towards the sun, right, the sun can project information and data upon you, regardless if you know it or not. Okay? That's an ability that the sun has. It also has an ability to pull things, right, consciousness, other planets, that's what you say, with itself. It can pull it. It has an energy vortex to pull things around it. That's what it can do, okay? Now, when I look at everything that's going on at this point in time, I really know that majority of people side with the conscious of the moon. I know that. From the back of my hand, like I know that, right? So if people more side with the conscious of the moon, just strictly just all moon, no sun, there's no balance, okay? Strictly just lower conscious, right? Then I asked a deeper question, right? Is this a system where everybody comes out and everyone is paying attention to their conscious, which would be the moon? And is it that the conscious of all beings are actually helping this whole thing move? Because the reason why I say that is because in order to align with consciousness, in order to align with the conscious of the moon, right, your conscious has to be aligned with it based upon whatever type of information and data right, that aligns you with the conscious of the moon. Remember, most people are not balanced. So you're not going to balance the moon and the sun. You're not going to do that. You're going to balance you're going to try to it's not a balance, but you're just going to be the conscious of the moon, pretty much. That's it. So consciously, what I start to understand is that human beings are afraid of something. They are afraid of something. Let me show you. What you think they're afraid of? They show you it every day. Remember, human beings are not something that's natural. You do know that, right? Okay. So if they're not natural beings, they're not natural beings. You all are not natural beings. You human beings know that. They decided to be unnatural, to stay connected to an unnatural world. Thank you. That's what your practice is. Human beings can't be natural beings. They're not natural. Prove to me that they're natural. Thank you. They're not natural beings. They know that. There is no supporting of the sun. There's all support of the moon. Do you understand that? So what you have to understand, within these solar eclipses, a lot of humanoid programs, they did not want to go through a process with the sun in order to accept soul. Human beings did not want to be connected with the sun. They didn't want to do that. Why you think most people are subconsciously programmed to not even say anything to the sun, experience with the sun, none of that? You have humans that's upon the earth that has no experience with the sun. How you have no experience with the sun, right? And the sun pops out every day. They have no knowing of the sun. None of that. Have no knowing of what's above you, but will become a follower towards the conscious of the moon. And not even understanding that the moon is not more powerful than the sun. I know that may hurt your feelings, but it's the truth. Anyone knows that when the sun pulls the conscious of Earth towards it, guess what happens with the moon? It starts to pull itself back because it doesn't want to be in the same grasp as what? The sun. Thank you. So let's just pay attention here. How can a moon be something that is of greatness if it doesn't want to be connected to what's internal? Setups. Your moon is a physical variation of consciousness, something very identical towards a hologram. It's a physical form. Anyone know, yeah, a physical form of consciousness, you can use that, but the physical form of consciousness is not internal. The information and data of your conscious here gets transferred back to the conscious of Mother Nature when you so-called perish or die. Yeah. You could say that's the form of being eternal, but only if you understand that. But you have to be returned back to source. So this is what I would say. None of you have source within you. Not too many of you. So this is what my question is towards humans. When the conscious of the moon gets destroyed, there's many movies where you've seen this. This will actually happen. Where do you all go at? Like, where do y'all go? Because this is what I'm going to say, and it's happening in front of my very eyes. I don't care if you think I'm crazy or not. I know what the fuck I know. Everything that's around us consists of technology, okay? And for some reason, certain people within certain color codes and certain frequencies, right? It's as if people are starting to look like smoke. I done sat here inside of a whole Walmart and sitting here looking at people, and they literally disappeared in front of my own fucking eyes, as if they were never fucking there. So let's play the game. The technology of the conscious of the sun has an ability to project souls. Then that means that the moon can also project things that are physical. Thank you. Certain people in this realm is not even here. They're nothing more than holograms of the moon. That's it. They're not here. And if you notice in the comment section, a lot of people are uproaring because what I'm speaking to you is actually truth. You're gonna be afraid of that. Imagine you thinking you in the earth or you upon the earth, and the whole time you was a hologram. You never was something that was real. That would be scary for you. That would scare the fuck out of you. you wouldn't know what to do. You would have been thinking, I'm a human on Earth, and I come to realize I'm just a hologram that's being projected from the consciousness of the moon. The moon is nothing more than an AI computer-generated conscious. That's it. The creator of the moon knows everything about the moon. Now, this is what I'll ask you. Let me ask you a question. Watch this. Do you believe that the sun created the moon? You don't have to tell me already. I know the answer. You're going to say no. That's just what I want you to believe into. Thank you. That puts your conscience into not knowing. Then, when you pay attention to the minds in the comment section, you start to understand, like, they don't know either. Because this is the setup. The setup is that you're like, pay attention so you can understand. When it comes towards the sun, you would simply say, like, the sun did not create the moon because the sun is pretty much like, what would you say? A ball of fire, right? And the moon would consist of what? A rock. That's it. Can I ask you a question? Why do meteoroids or meteorites, right? Why do they come to the earth? Why is that? Can I ask you a question? Is it because of meteors just being in space and they just naturally fly to the earth? No, that's not it. First off, anyone knows that if you orbit around Earth, right? Let's say you orbit around. That's what the moons do. The moon orbits around the Earth. That's what it does. Let's say, right? Let's just say the sun hit the moon and the meteorites of what you're thinking is from a meteor. What happened if the information and data of that meteor is identical to the moon? Everybody wants to believe in meteors, don't they? I know. So, they got this video right here, right? Something you can peep out for yourself, give you your programming so we can understand exactly what they do around a solar eclipse. So this is what the people got prepared for themselves. The people are speaking about, right? 3 days of darkness. Maybe something that's very identical to what's in your Bible or something like that, right? Right. Can I ask you a question? Is this a play? Is this a play? Is this like a script? The people on the TV that had said that a lot of demons will be coming out. I said, shit. A lot of demons will be coming. Shit. There's demons all over this motherfucker. The fuck you talking about? There's demons in people. You want me to prove it to you? I got you right here. Simple setup. Watch this. You see your church? You see your church, right? Your church is a church, isn't it? That's what your church is. Pay attention to your mind and how the demons control your mind, okay? Demons cannot accept new forms of upgrades of information and data. The demon that is within you will pull you from this life. The demon that is within you will pull you away from the life. Scroll back up. Thank you so much. Demons, thank you so much for keeping their conscious from not knowing. Thank you so much. I thank you kindly. What? No, I thank you. I thank you. You're working for me. You just don't realize it. Anyways, right. Now let's get into this. When it comes to your church, right? Your church deals with energy as well, okay? Not just your money. I'm talking about your vessel. Let me show you what you have done, okay? Now, the word church, you say is a word. But every word that you say is a word, you have to spell. So it's not really a word, it's a spell. Can I ask you a question? Can you decode the spell or where you go every Sunday? No, you can't. How do I know that? Now, when it comes towards the word church and the spell of church, it is spelled C-H-U-R-C-H. Can you understand what the word church is telling you? The word is telling you something. That's what it's telling you. It's telling you what you're doing. CH stands for channel. The U stands for you. The R stands for what you are doing. And then at that, CH again. Channel, you are channeling. What I would simply ask you is, what did you channel into? You would simply say to me, I never channeled it into anything. Simple setup. Majority of you went through a baptism, right? I understand the lies of the mind. I know how to bypass the mind with the truth. So the mind doesn't understand that it has swapped out its own natural energy for something else. I need y'all to fight yourselves in the comment section too. Ignore yourselves too. Another thing that happened was when you go inside of a baptism, baptism consists of water. Always understand that, right? And what you have to understand is that energy can be within the water. Just because your eyes are blocked all the way down to the third dimension, it doesn't mean that other dimensions are not playing in front of you. It doesn't mean that there's not, things within frequencies and stuff like that that can overtake the hardware of your vessel, okay? You give it access to. We just exposing it. This is your disclosure day, okay? You have a nice one. Now, let's get into the data points right here. What happens is this. When you go to channel into things, you have to give the hardware of your vessel access, okay? So what you do is you stand in the middle of some water or water sprinkling upon you. Can I ask you a question? What is within the water? You don't know. Can I ask you a question? The water that's on the outside of you, can it become the same water within you? You don't know. You don't know. How do I know that your mind don't know? How do I know that? You on a device, I'm on a device. How do I know that your mind doesn't know that? Let's finish playing the game. So what happens is the technology of your skin, right, has pores, right? Now, the technology of water can transfer information and data, okay? Can also transfer frequencies. Water transfer energy as well. It transfers, okay? Now, what you have to understand is that if you're going through a baptism and you're standing amongst within water, the water that's on the outside of you, I said, does the water on the outside of you become the same water that's in the inside of you? You don't know. The technology of your pores, right, is an entryway inside of what? Your vessel. It is an entryway into your water. So if I was a deity and I know that you don't know yourself, I would literally put my frequency within the water. And then when you come within, they start to praying all around you. I get to channel into your vision. I get to channel into your vessel. You gave me access to. What you think going on? Like, we just going to church. I understand. You just gave me access to do that. Did you know that? Oh, no, remain ignorant. It's okay. Just say that I'm a crazy black man with some locks and I'm on crack. Have a nice day. It's easy to hijack these bodies, aren't they? Very easy. Ever want to get a free vessel and you're a demon? All you got to do is just go in there into the church and you can get you a free one. Bring yourself right back to this world all over again. So when people said that demons and all this other stuff, the first demon channel that you can go to is literally your church. Got it? Okay? Just always understand that. Demons are already within people already. You have already been overtaken by them. You just don't know it. You understand what I'm talking about? Give it some more time. You know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, yeah, I heard this before, but I didn't know it was like this. It's okay. It's okay. You signed up for this, baby. Yeah, look. I'm not trying to wake you up. I'm just giving you your disclosure day. That's it. You know what a disclosure is, right? You know what that means, right? That means that it's the veil is being uplifted, so you have to be informed. That's it. I'm not telling you have to take it and make it into a truth. Hell no, I wouldn't want you to do that. Hell no, I wouldn't want you to do that shit. Shit, remain ignorant. That's it. You remain ignorant, right? And then things overtake you. That's it. That's it. That's it. And then you be wondering why I can't get nothing right. You already have been overtaken. You gave access right then and there. Okay? Once you give access, the demon can overtake you. Understand that? Majority of those energies sprout from the moon, though. There you go. It sprout right there from the moon, baby. Understand that the lower consciousness of the moon is not in partnership with the higher conscious of the sun. So what you have to understand is that you can sign up to be conscious of the moon. You can sign up to be demon, whatever you want. That's great, great intelligence. More importantly, everyone knows that the yoke will be broken. The conscious of the moon will be broken. Everything that's within it will be sealed. Understand? That's what happens. It told you inside your Bible. If you pick this, this is what happens to you. You have to be informed to know, right? You can't just go through something and not know. No, you have to be informed. You have to. Yeah, you have to be informed. It's just as much as someone, going to file a lawsuit against someone. You have to be served. That way you can be informed that there's a lawsuit at hand. If you're not served, they can't go through the process of the lawsuit. They just can't, because they have to have a record and file proving that you were actually notified, that you were contacted, and you know. Thank you. This is quite simple. You people have to fight yourselves. There's nothing that you people can hold on. There's nothing that y'all can hold on. There's nothing that y'all can hold on. What you gonna do? Get mad? Hit your mad button? What is that gonna do? Yeah. They did it to themselves, bro. Bro said, damn. They did it to themselves, bro. Nobody didn't force this into them, bro. Listen to me, bro. No one grabbed these people's hands, right, and forced them into this, bro. It was a choice. And let me show you how high-tech it get, though. It get worse. Pay attention. All these people pretty much already know this already. This is not something they don't know. This is something that they play to say, we didn't know. Oh, yeah, whatever. Anyways, let's pay attention to the data points right here. Inside your Bible, it speaks about parents selling out their children. Say it ain't so. Say you never sold your child out for anything for the government. Tell me you didn't. You would simply say, I never sold my child out. Oh, I hear you. Them demons gonna have to take control and get you up out this live real quick. This is gonna be too much truth for you. This will make you actually cry. That way you can understand what you did to your children. There's no such thing as you didn't sell your children out. You sold your children completely out. From blacks, whites, everything that's in America, sold all their children out. The children just don't know. When they do find out, right, what it said inside that Bible, where it said it would be a galactic war, where there would be mother versus daughter and son versus so-called fathers. The reason why that is because the revealance of everything is being unveiled. You people, right, played as a system to say, I'm your parent, I'm your mother, and I'm your father. In all reality, you all are not. You all are downloaded from a system and a server of the conscious of the moon. If my parents appear from the sun, right, so how is these my parents? You sold the technology of your soul away. That's what you did in order to be within this third dimensional realm. Let me ask you a question. If you sold your soul, would you actually sell your children's soul as well? You would simply say, no, that's a lie. We watched you do it at the church. We watched you do it at the school. We watched you do it everywhere. So what happened if your child figure out that you sold their soul? What happened if their soul get returned back? What you think they can do to you? They can kill you. That's what they can do. What you gonna do? You got caught. It told you in the Bible, if you do this, this is what happens. Your children is their data caps on their DNA is already loosening every fucking day. Everyone knows that. Your children's eyes will turn to a certain color. They will speak to you and say certain things to you. And then after that, based upon that, they will annihilate you right then and there. They're supposed to do that. The reason why that is because you tried to annihilate them when they were small. Isn't that right? All right. They simply say, we never sold our children out. Bullshit. 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 You know how I know that? You know how I know that? I'll let you know in just a second. One time I had this mother. She was a systematic mother. She wasn't my real mother. I kind of knew that. I just needed the accurate proof though. One day I took a trip out there to New York City, right? Went out there with my brother, a couple of other individuals as well, right? And one day she just called me while I was there. And for some reason, I told her over the phone, I said to her, I don't want to argue with you. Just want to know the truth. I just want to know the reasons why we are in the life that we're in. I want to know. Okay? Now, when I asked her those questions, she got quiet for a second. And then she began to start speaking. Okay? Now, the thing is this. You can't hold the truth back from your children. You may think you can, but there will be a certain time where your mind cannot lie to your children. You will be in connection with your children, okay? Which in a conversation, whatever you want to call it. And what will happen is, while you're within that conversation, they will ask you the truth of what happened. The technology of your mind will not have the ability to lie, but only project the truth. That's it. How do I know that? It's because when I was on the phone with her, we were speaking. As we were speaking, she started to crying. And I asked her, I said, why are you crying? What's wrong? She says, I did something. I said, what did you do? She said that she sold her internal soul. She could not lie to me about it. That's what she did. So she began to start crying and crying even more. I cannot show you any sympathy at all. So me and my brother, we looked at each other and we knew that the jig was pretty much up. Pretty much she was being used in order to sell out the children's souls as well. Thank you. This is what you all have done. You all played right into our hands, and I thank you all for it. You all thought you were going to steal the world, right, from children, and children were sitting back the whole time with Christ, just waiting to strike. So, right, your guns won't mean anything. You can try to shoot at them or whatever the case may be. Their bodies won't hit the ground. There would be so many of them, though. So many. And so, pretty much of what I've seen and what I know, the children, they were gods the whole time. The adults are not gods. They pay to pagan and false gods. In this time frame, no Jesus will appear. Your gods that you pray to will not appear either. What are you going to do? The most that you can do right now is yell and scream inside of the phone. But what are you going to do when that happens in front of you? Are you going to grab your gun? What are you going to do? You think about that. What do you mean you're gonna be gone? What do you mean? Like, hold on real quick. You think like, are you thinking like this? If that happened, then I would have like a way of escape and I would run from them and they couldn't find me. Okay. I told you, human beings, they about the most stupidest motherfuckers I've ever seen. This is not something you can run from. Okay? They don't have the same abilities as human beings. They have supernatural abilities. So that means that literally, right? They're so supernatural, right? That literally, let's just say I'm on top of a bridge. And let's say you try to run underneath the bridge. You are a life source of energy. I can trace your life source of energy no matter where you're at because you are energy. They can connect with any energy source and locate you in 2.5. The technology of your minds, it don't have a defense mechanism in order for psychological children, in order to connect with your mind and bend your whole mind and body to their will. Where you're running to. These people don't understand what type of children are upon this planet. Like we would like, even reality benders would laugh. They'll be like, no, go ahead, run. Motherfucker running up the street, ain't it? Watch this, bend the whole reality right back where they come right here. And while you running, you thinking you running away, and the individual is sitting behind you the whole time laughing. You don't think this shit real? It's gotta be real if I'm talking about it. Thank you. What the fuck? Think this shit fake. They already told you in the Bible what you do. If you do this to Christ's children, they get to come back and they get to destroy you. Thank you. You're gonna get to watch it. We all are. It's gonna be quite funny, isn't it? I know. Notice that a lot of people in the comment section, they're very quiet. It is time to rise, my children. It is time to rise. You go through an awakening in order to be awoken. You go through an awakening in order to be awoken. Awoken? Now, that you know what decision that you're going to make. I know I'm blowing everything up. Oh, yes. Come here. Stop running from me. Come here. You're going to be okay. No, please don't. When I was a kid, it was please don't. Let me tell you some things that human beings did to some kids. I remember when I was small, right? Not looking for sympathy. Just, certain things that human beings have done. I remember I had this black mother, right? One of the most baddest, supposed to be one of the most baddest and scariest motherfuckers upon the goddamn planet, right? I remember she was watching this movie called The Passion of Christ. This is what she was watching. She was watching. I don't look at it like she doing nothing wrong by watching it. You can watch it. But remember the part where they take Christ, right? And they put him on a tree and they take this big ass whip and they start hitting his back and hitting his back. For black women, right? Certain sectors of black women, I'm gonna say a majority, all on real shit, because I never heard them say that this is wrong. I never heard them say this. I'm not expecting them to. In her conscience, she look at it like, oh yeah, that should be something that should be done. She's not looking at it like, oh no, this should not be done. She's looking at it like, oh yeah, that should be done. She like, okay, who should I do this to? You know who she's gonna choose, right? She's gonna choose me. There you go. So what she does is this. I get in trouble for something. She strips me asshole naked. I'm not looking for no sympathy in this shit. It's already done. So there's no forgiveness for what you have done either. I would never forgive her for what she done. Strip me asshole naked. After that, take a stitcher cord and replay the same thing from the video onto me. So that's right, isn't it? No. That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. Destroy your child consciously, isn't that right? Humiliate them. Whip them asshole naked in front of all the other sisters and brothers. Basically make an example out of them. If you do this, this is all you get. So I don't trust black women today. I will never. Too much destruction. Way too much. The more and more I stay away from it, the more and more I get to heal. That was some brazy shit, wasn't it? Now that is brazy. Tell me. What we got on? We got on Hellsing today. Let's see what happens out here in this world. Bro said that's deep. Someone said their parents never get to their home. Someone said, let's see the scars. Oh, you want to know the proof and all that? I'll show you that maybe a little bit later. I gotta go somewhere. They said that movie is insane. Oh. Yeah, it's called The Passion of Christ. I'm surprised a lot of people haven't heard of that movie, but you all are supposed to live for Christ and never watched a movie called How are you unemployed if you decided to say, I don't want to work for everyone else, I want to work for myself? Oh, my bad. Let me see something. So you are smart enough in order to obtain information and data in order to employ yourself? Like, yeah. Like, I don't need a job to do what I need to do. I mean, can use it, but like, is it going to be my number one source of income? Hell no. Hell no. For people that are using the comment of, I guess, get a job, get a life. Right? Let me show you how much AI people have become. People think that their life consists of their job. No, it doesn't. Fucking moron. Anyways, let's pay attention right here. When you go to the employee, you would simply ask the employee, can I ask you a question? Is this your dream? The moron would literally tell you, yes, this is my dream. Fucking moron. Anyways, how is this your dream if you didn't create the dream? How did you create this dream of working, right? And working for other people, and you never even knew these people? You didn't create it. First off, the CEO, right, is the one that created the business. You didn't create the business. You can't create a business. Your mind doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Okay? So what happens is someone created a dream of you working for them. You're just doing a dream of what they want you to do. That's it. Shit is quite funny how a fucking moron will literally tell you, go get a job. No, that person will actually have ownership over my life and my wealth. I would prefer to go work on my own business. That's the reason why how that person became wealthy. They started working on their own business, and now they don't work for anybody. They have somebody else running their company while they sitting here sipping on lemonade and sitting on a beautiful couch or whatever the case may be. That's the life that I want. Everybody else, you can work like labor rats, and you're never going to get no fucking where. You understand? That's what the human society is now. A lot of people that have retirements can't even pay off on their own fucking houses. So getting a job is not going to suffice the new world that we're going to. Okay? Fucking morons. anyone can see that the wages, right, are not enough to sustain life. Get a job, my ass. What the fuck? The wages are not, they're not enough to sustain life. Another thing is this. People, they have become so funny to me that I seen this out in the world. I was looking at something. I was looking at this woman. I was like, because she was talking about a story of how she's struggling. She had 5 kids, right? And she's struggling to make ends meet. I looked at the whole situation. I was like, this is by a choice. Yeah, whenever we have these conversations, I'm not unintelligent. This is by choice. Can I ask you a question? Yes. How many children you got? Like 5. How many baby fathers you got? Just 1. So real quick, watch this shit. So you're telling me, right? You thought that government assistance was going to be enough? Anybody know that government assistance don't pay the same amount of money when it comes to a job? You're going to get less. So the proper exchange for this is you get on government assistance for your children, right? And this is a whole government program with government information and data, the televisions, everything, in order to stay in a government program. That's what you're doing. And you're telling me the government money is more than what, when you get a job, let's say $20 an hour, let's say he get a job, $20 an hour. Within 1 hour, you all are making $40 an hour together. So I started to understand, shit, the so-called elites, I see why they got this whole thing soaked up. Because on the simple fact, I can't really blame it on elites. The people was really backing the whole shit. They backing the whole shit. It's like the people would be like, it's the elites that's doing it. And it's like, well, the elites have, how can I say? I'll say they own the corporations. They own all this stuff. But without you backing it with your own action, it would never go into place. So the people actually wanted this type of world. There's no such world of the elites run everything. That's a fucking lie, bro. The elites can take a television and a news station, project this shit on the TV, right? How the fuck they run everything, right? If you're allowing the technology of your mind to submit to what's on the television and then go into play, bro, the elites would tell you, like, we really got no power over y'all. Y'all just allow it, though. So it ain't no such thing as people brainwashed, they don't know what they're doing. No, people checked into a system and they're shocked how this system is being destroyed with them in it. Do you understand? We are in a time frame where it's literally like, yo, we gotta push ourselves together. The individualism shit, we can't do that shit no more. And if we keep doing it, guess what happens? We all get sacrificed. Exactly. That's what happens. You want to fight against this new system, this new world order, you all are going to perish. Shit is easy. Fuck. It's not a war. You can't fight with God, human beings. I know you think you can, but you're not more superior than God. You're not. Okay? I know you think you are, but you're not. You understand that? All right. God is already here already. And he's destroying major systems. You got earthquakes in your shit. You got mad shit going on. And you dumb motherfuckers still want to stay separated. He has no choice but to destroy all of you. The fuck? Ain't no fucking world where you think that the world only go one way. No, you have internal souls that's upon this world. That's literally like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about what human beings doing. I want to do the fuck what I want to do. And human beings in the fucking way like, oh no, you can't do that, this and third. Like, blow y'all the fuck up. The fuck off the earth. Nobody want to live around this misery of humanality? No, you motherfuckers became machines and can't find your way back. Shit, that's what happened. That's what happened. Don't get mad at me. That's what happened.
Quick word, and what I want to say is, y'all, we haven't even experienced the 3 days of darkness yet. And I don't know when it's coming, but it's going to be coming soon because God revealed this to me 2 years ago in spirit, that the earth will experience 3 days of darkness. And during those 3 days, we are not to come outside our houses. We are to stay inside for 3 full days. And also, all your doors need to be locked and your windows need to be covered. So if you have any openings in your house,
These human beings are funny as fuck. This lady's on the TV talking about something. Yeah, we're about to experience. She's going to experience 3 days of darkness. Has nothing to do with me. And so everyone's telling each other like, yes, you got to cover up your windows and like a tornado or some shit. You got to cover up your windows and you got to make sure that you have such and such and such and such. Excuse me, ma'am. Let me ask you a question real quick. So real quick, right? Demons are not just like, you can see how your vessel is. Demons don't have to appear like that. Demons can literally project themselves through the firewalls of where you live at. Right. And then sit right next to you. Yo, human beings, yo, y'all, bro. Y'all cooked. y'all are cooked, bro. Y'all super cooked. Motherfuckers like, yeah, in order to run from the demon, you gotta do this. And you gotta do this. Shut the fuck up. It's Ove. It's Ove. You know what Ove mean? Game over. That's what that mean right there. You got it? No. You got it. It's gonna be okay, baby. You gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. Okay? No. You gonna be okay. There's no need to panic. Okay? There's no need to panic. All right? No need to do